Hello, it's Burgess Taylor, and today I am doing the afternoon tea tag. It's a book tag. I have my cup. Of course, this is coffee. It's the morning, but I do like tea, so I picked my cup that had all of the things that I like on it. So there are 8 questions. I'm going to start with number 1, which is tea, a book you find comforting. I chose 2 because I couldn't really make up my mind. The first book is On Writing by Stephen King. I love this book. This is probably my very favorite, one of my very favorite writing books. I like reading it. Part of it's because it's autobiographical, and the other is because he has some really good advice. Not all of his advice will work for each person, but you know. The other book I chose is a book of poetry by Billy Collins. It is Sailing Alone Around the Room. There's something very comforting about both of these books, and I could have chose like 2 or 3 more, but number 2, Scones, Something Hearty, a Big but Delicious Book. Now, I have the dictionary here, which is huge, and I'm going to show it to you because I chose both of these. So I chose The Stand. My version is so old and so beat up that I really need a new one. This is coming loose. It doesn't sit like it's supposed to anymore. The dust jacket's gone. But I have read this over and over and over again. It's one of my favorite books by him, but not my very favorite book. But it's one of the bigger books that I have. And the other book that I have that's Something Hearty, a Big but Delicious Book. And if you are a writer or a reader, you probably have a voracious appetite for words, and I have to say that my dictionary, this humongous heavy thing, is beat up too. I don't think I could live without a dictionary. I really don't. Now, number 3, Clotted Cream, a book you didn't like at first but ended up loving. That would be Divergent. When I first started reading it, I was like, at the very beginning, I was like, okay, so there's all this hype about this book. And it took me a few chapters to get into it. Once I did get into it, I was hooked. I loved the first book. I actually really enjoyed the movies so far. Number 4 is Finger Sandwiches, a book that you liked, but that's not quite satisfying. That would be A Reunion of Ghosts. I enjoyed the book. I liked the book okay, but it definitely wasn't one of my favorite reads. I love the cover. I love the dust jacket. And I enjoyed some of the characters, but the book kind of left me feeling like it was missing things. It was, missing something. Number 5, Jam, your favorite pair of characters who are just sweet together. That would be Odd Thomas and his girlfriend Stormy Llewellyn. If you've not read the series, I won't spoil it. But they are just a really sweet couple, and I could have picked any number of couples. I could have said Tristan Four from Divergent. I could have said any number of couples from Nora Roberts' books. I could have said Eddie and Susanna from the Dark Tower series by Stephen King. There are a lot of different couples that I could have chosen, but I am finishing up this series, and I don't know. I just really thought that they were a really sweet couple. Number 6, Petit Fours, a favorite short book, novella, or short story. And I'm going to choose The Colorado Kid by Stephen King. I like short stories. I love to read them. There are a lot by Edgar Allan Poe and Hemingway, Stephen King, Lovecraft. I've read a lot of short stories. I don't really write them much anymore. I used to back in high school and in my early 20s. Don't so much now. But I love this, and I love what they did with the television series, even though it just ended. That broke my heart. I really enjoyed this series on the television series, but I love the book. Number 7, Strawberries and Cream, a dynamic duo. So I chose 2 different ones, very different, very different. I chose from the Harry Dresden Files by Jim Butcher. I chose Dresden and Murphy. They are truly a dynamic duo, with or without romance. I really like what he did with the characters. Murphy is, and you know, Murphy's kind of the sidekick, but Murphy can hold her own. Murphy can definitely hold her own, and she's a great character. I love her character, what he has done with her character. So the other dynamic duo that I chose is Mark Twain's Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer. I grew up reading these. We were required to read them in school, and I have a first edition somewhere of Huckleberry Finn or Tom Sawyer. I had a lot of fun reading this when I was younger, and I enjoyed camaraderie. Last one, your favorite teacup, a beautiful character, too pure for this world. Well, I chose two again. I chose Coffee, John Coffey from Stephen King's The Green Mile. I won't spoil it if you haven't read it, but on the back he says, but he's never seen anyone like John Coffey. A man with the body of a giant and the mind of a child, condemned for a crime terrifying in its violence and shocking in its depravity. But the main character is about to discover the terrible, wondrous truth about Coffey, a truth that will challenge his most cherished beliefs and yours. I really loved this book. Enjoyed the movie. It's one of the best, other than Misery, movies that they've adapted from Stephen King's books. So The Stand was pretty good. Bag of Bones was pretty good. But I have to say that The Green Mile and Misery were the best, and The Shining were the best. And the second character for your favorite teacup, a beautiful character, too pure for this world, will be Ori. She is in The Name of the Wind and the second book by Patrick Rothfuss. And then he has a book, it's entitled The Slow Regard for Things. It's number 2.5 in the series. All about Ori. She's the only character in the book. It's like, I guess, like a short story, a novella. And I love the character Ori. I really love this series. It's probably one of my new favorite series over the last few years. But love the character Ori. So again, thank you for watching and have a good one. And if you've watched this video, you are tagged. Thanks. Bye.